Hashtag T2P, come and take a sip of the thought with me. Well, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, and peace and blessings to you. It's a
Hi.
great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Tuesday.
Yes,
And if
it
you
is.
don't know anything else on this Tuesday, know that you deserve to be blessed. Welcome, everybody. I have my friend, my loved one, my fam, all of that good stuff on with us tonight. I have Miss T, Gabrielle, on with us tonight. And lady, tell us a little bit about yourself. Well, you know what? Before we do that, just introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and where are you right now in this great United States of ours.
Yes, absolutely. Hello. First of all, justice for Breonna Taylor.
How about
And
that?
I want to say, yes, I'm T. Gabrielle. I am the owner of Common Sense Cooking, and I am currently in Maryland.
In
On the
Maryland,
Maryland, and
as the
I
people say.
moved here from Houston, Texas, this past November. So it hasn't even been a year yet.
Indeed, indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, share, like, do all of that good stuff. Let us know how you feel, what's going on. Um, we are on tonight and we're talking, we're going to talk about some things and have some things. So go ahead and share this and let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all know what we like to do when we start off with our thought to ponder. We like to take a moment and acknowledge that your breath is important. Take a moment and acknowledge that you are important, that you are here, and that you deserve to be here, right? So, with that being said, we take 3 breaths here at the Thought to Ponder, and basically we do the first breath, and I count it out. We take the second breath, but the third breath, we make some noise when we release it because we want to let the world know, the universe know that whatever was happening on yesterday, whatever was happening this morning, this afternoon, is no longer going to bother us. We're going to acknowledge that breath. We're going to blow it out, and we're going to be better for it. That's what we do.
Yes,
So you
sir.
ready, T? You
I,
ready, T?
I am ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So what we're going to do is take these 3 breaths, ladies and gentlemen. The first one, I'm going to count it out. On the count of 3, I want you to take a deep breath. And let's go ahead and acknowledge that we are here and that we're living. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Blow it out.
Ooh, that felt good.
Well, hold on. We got 2 more. Now, just kidding. All right. We're going to go with this second breath, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all are coming in. What we're doing is taking the breath. We're acknowledging our breath is important. On the second breath, I'm not going to count it out, but I will do the hand movements and we will go for a 5 pace. Are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And out. Now you should feel a little warm and fuzzy. You
Mm-hmm.
should feel a little heated. You shouldn't be at the point of passing out. And look, and look, ladies and gentlemen, if you can't make it to 5, make it to 3, make it to 2, whatever you need to do in order to acknowledge that your breath is important, you do that. Now here we go with the last breath, right? But remember, this breath, you're going to make some noise, right? Now, I'm not responsible if you're at a library, you're at work, and you start yelling and screaming, and they come and tap you on the shoulder. That is not
Exactly.
my fault. That is not my fault. Indeed. Sultry Love Jones says, yes, Justice. And then also more like dizzy. Look, Sultry, you shouldn't be dizzy. But if you are, just take another breath and hold it. No, just kidding. I'm just messing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get that third breath in on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And look, ladies and gentlemen, let the breath out, let it go. But this
And
is what we believe. We believe that if you are able to do this on a daily basis. And sometimes you could do it once or twice, or you could do it 3 times out of the day. But we believe that if you acknowledge that your breath is important, you're able to go forward, you're able to do, you're able to make things happen. So take a moment, right? Take a moment and acknowledge that your breath is important on a daily basis. It is very important that you do that. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, y'all know how we do. We like to get the breath going. We like to acknowledge that the breath is important. But we also like to acknowledge, hold on.
okay.
Look, T. Look, T, you got to slurp a little bit. You got to slurp.
Okay. You ain't say nothing but 2 words, one
Okay.
sentence.
Okay. Soldier time I teeth to cut the cigs. Look, soldier, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what we do. Once we go ahead and take that breath, y'all know right after that, what we do is we get into our groove. We get into our mix. We get into it, our own little thought upon the mix. Y'all ready? I think I heard you say that you were ready. So I already know that my good sister over there is going to go ahead and get into the groove where she fit in. I already know that. So,
You
ladies
know it.
and gentlemen, if you're ready, then let's go. Let's get it. Sit it, ta 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 ta. Sit it, ta 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 ta. Chicka 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 ta. Soon, ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon toon ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon toon ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon. T2P. Check us out. T2P. Check us out. Zoom. Ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon toon. Ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon toon. Ta 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 toon ta toon ta toon. T2P. Check us out. T2P. Check us out. T2P. Check us out. Rah.
Okay.
Oh, look, you better get it. You better get it. You better get it. You better
Yeah.
get it. You better
Oh
look. Look,
God.
because we can cut up. You know we can cut up.
Doesn't take
You
much.
know. Okay. You know we can cut up. Look,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, I am here with T today, and we are here with Common Sense Cooking. And we just want to make sure that we see. Hold on, let me bring us out real quick. Hold on. Common Sense Cooking. And so T was here in Houston, good friend of mine, and she was always doing a little bit of catering, right? Doing a little bit of cooking, right? Because I'm still, I still love that pops and the catfish. Was it the fish? And what's the other thing that? Oh, the fried cabbage,
Yes.
the
Yes.
fried cabbage.
Right.
So T, tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you from?
I am from Louisiana.
Yes,
And so when you say Louisiana, you automatically know cooking. Your cooking skills is like whoop, through the roof, through the
they
roof.
better be. They better be.
And a lot of people don't know this about me. I have been cooking for about 25 years.
Oh wow.
Turn it into
Wait a
turn
minute.
it in,
Wait a minute, T. Wait a minute,
yeah.
T. I mean, you're only 22, so how you been cooking for about 25 years?
I like see this is why this is a thought to ponder.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
So I'm just new to converting it to a business, but I have been
Mm,
since I was 10. So
right. Wow.
but yes. Yeah.
So was it a thing of your mom's, your dad? Was it recipes handed down? What was it?
It was it was my maternal grandmother, well, both of my grandmothers, to be honest with you. I was raised with my grandmothers a lot
Mhm.
because where we lived in Louisiana, in order for me to go to a certain school with all my friends, I had to stay at my grandmother's house a lot because that's where the school zone was, where all my friends were. So I spent a lot of time at my grandmother's house because for that reason. And so in doing so, I watch her cook. And
Ah,
go to the name, a little history behind common sense, why it's called common sense. And this is funny because both of my grandmothers would tell me the exact same thing. I was always, in our families, holidays, Thanksgiving, for example, there was
right.
no such thing as eating at 3 and 4 o'clock. The food was done by 9 a.m. earliest. By 7 a.m., we were taking naps to get ready for the second round of food.
Right.
And so I got up early and I would see them cooking and I would always pull on their little gowns. Nana, what you making? How you make that? And she would tell me, and she would always, both of them would always say, how do you know how much to put? Because I wasn't raised on measuring cups. We were raised on you just know when
Yes.
that's enough. And so they would always tell me, use your common sense. And
Ah,
how do you make that, for example, something as little as rice? Well, Nana, how do you make that rice look puffy like that? And you got to understand, I was a kid. She
right.
said, put water in there. What else? She said, yeah.
Mm,
Well, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, they beat it into me so much. They drilled
right.
that common sense. And the name is an ode to my grandparents. It is an ode to my grandparents and my dad. And he would say the exact same thing.
Wow, look at that. So it's funny because I've been knowing you for I don't know how long, but I never knew that. You know what I mean? I knew that I knew you like to cook. I knew that your pops would come over and your moms and like I knew that, but I didn't know like where it came from because a lot of times we don't understand how our matriarchs of the family, right, are the ones that literally pass down all of that. Um, I used to be the same way with my grandmother. My grandmother never measured. And for the life of me, I just did not understand how are you cooking and not measuring?
No,
Like, how is that possible? But them grandmothers knew, they knew how much sugar, how much salt, they knew how much pepper, they knew pretty much everything how to do. And so I get that. I get it. That's nice to know though that your grandmother or your grandparents are the ones that basically said, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you know? Use your common sense. And then now common sense cooking.
she would don't want too much of one thing and not enough of the other. Where's your common sense? And in doing so, she would just do this. She would hit me on tap me on my head, both of them. Use your common sense. I was like, I'm going to use my common sense. I am using my common sense.
right. I love that. I love that. So so let me ask you this. So starting out, number one, having a black business, right? Um, was there anything that you were worried about with doing this? Um, let's say preparation. Let's say being on your feet all day. Let's say um, catering, doing it through a home-based business, right? Like, and then on top of that, COVID. So, was there anything that you thought that you wanted to that you thought would have been a challenge, or has it been a challenge?
Yes. So, my business took off after moving here. It's funny. It's crazy. It's funny. So, of course, I did a lot of the cooking in Houston. As you know, it was always at home for my friends, for my gatherings, a few catered events, not too much. But I always knew I had a passion for cooking.
Right.
In moving here, even the story of how I got here to Maryland in the first place is crazy enough in itself. But I remember one day I moved into this apartment where I am now,
Hmm.
and I said, okay, I need to get my business. This is something I'm passionate about doing. I need to get my business on the road, on the go here. How do I do that? So one of my challenges was I'm new
Right.
state. So first of all, you have to build a customer base. And you know how we are about our food. We are serious about our food. So that it's not easy you know, just cooking and getting your food out there, especially when you don't know anyone and no one knows whether to trust you or not.
Right.
I did was my plan was I was worried about, you know, will they like the food? Baltimore, the nearest largest city where I am, they're big on seafood. I grew up on seafood, and so when you have two different type of it's the same seafood, but they prepare it different ways.
Right.
So here I'm introducing them to Southern cuisine type seafood, where they're used to crabs are popular here. I make a lot of crab dishes, but I make them with the southern spin to it. um,
Mm.
it's one of my challenges. They're going to accept the same type of food, just a different flair to it. The
Right.
location, being that I'm new here, are they going to trust me? And I literally, before COVID, I was sitting on the couch one night and I was talking to my significant other and I was saying, I really want to cook. And he tasted my food. So that support,
Mhm.
that's a whole nother conversation we'll get into. His support is amazing. I told him, I said, I need to do something. I want to cook for people, but they don't know me. So how am I going to get this started? I literally took and this was February 29th. I remember the date exactly. I transformed my living room into a restaurant. And
Oh.
I said, okay, let's invite 20 of your friends. And what I did was a taste and tell, and it was free. The only cost was they just had to repost my business page.
Oh.
I had a taste and tell event. 20, 20 between 20 and 25 people. This was prior to COVID. 25 people came. All I did was prepare 3 dishes. I said, I'm going to do an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. And
Okay.
I had tables and everything set up in here. Everybody showed up. It was free. So they're like, okay, it doesn't even matter that we don't know her. It's free. And it's food. And the menu looks really good. So I sent out the
Right.
menu. I said, the menu is going to be enticing enough to get him here. And I did that, and it was a success. It was a huge success. Everybody
Mhm.
who was there reposted, retweeted, and they got my name out here. Hey, this girl just came from Houston. She's originally from Louisiana. We went to support her business. Hey, this is her info. The food was great. They all just reposted. And I kid you not, from there, it took off. It took off. And in the midst of adjustments had to take place because of COVID.
Right.
There was a lot of adjustments because, mind you, I was working a 9 to 5 at the office.
Hmm. Hmm.
So we're trying,
Hmm.
and February, that was just a Saturday. I wanted to do that. I had no idea I'd be here right now cooking every single day of the week.
Right.
Every single day of the week.
Wow. So, so, so a lot of times people will say, "Oh, well, I want to get into business. I want to do this, and I want to do that." But it sounds like what you were saying is that, you know what, I wanted to get in this, but I was new here,
Hmm.
so I had to actually show them that I was about it before they actually took a part of that. So, and that's really good because that's a good way for them to know your product, right?
Right. Right.
And free advertising.
Yes.
So you gave them a meal and then they gave you advertisement.
That's
That
exactly what
that's smart. That is so smart.
happened.
That
And
is so smart.
they're still out there getting my name out there. I mean,
Mhm.
really, people drive from Delaware and Virginia and this to come here. I heard about this common sense, and that's what they
Right.
say. I heard about this common sense, and it was crazy. Now, of course, COVID happened, and when COVID happened, it's put a halt from February. February 29th was my event, and
Mhm.
I was still going to work up until we just could not go anymore. At that
Right.
point, I did sit home for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, working, doing my 9 to 5, and in my downtime, I'm in the kitchen just making food, preparing food,
Right.
taking, and I was posting them, and people were like, "Can is that? Did you make that today? Can I come get that?" And
Right.
really, me taking pictures to get the pictures out there to get everybody's eyes. You eat with your eyes first, and so
Right.
trying to get people to eat with their eyes, and they started asking, "Where are you located? I want to come get that plate, that menu. That looks good. I want to come get that right now." And in my head, I'm like, "Okay, so how do I spin this where they actually can come get this right now?"
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, that's oh
So I
that
yeah, I really got tired of telling people, "Oh, that was just a picture." I was like, "No, I'm losing out like that because now I have their attention. I need to get
right.
I need to get into their stomachs."
Right.
So that was a wake up call, having to tell people, having to turn down people because it was just a picture I posted for viewing purposes, just to build my page up. And then I would just give the plate to my boyfriend, and I was like, "Just eat that." He was like, "What's this for?" I said, "I just made it to take a really good picture of it, but you can have it." And he didn't mind. He didn't
Right.
mind. Like, okay. He's like, "Well,
I
yeah,
wouldn't mind either. I wouldn't mind.
I So that's what happened, and I got to the point where I realized when I was told that I'm going to be working from home indefinitely, that was all I needed to hear.
Mm,
It to me means permanently. And so I said, okay, now that I'm home and I'm working from home, I'm going to spend this. I'm going to make this food where it is available.
right.
And I have been
Good.
out since April. That started the first Saturday in April.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Talking about moving and shaking, and you just moved to the location
Just
like that. So here's my thing. So, ladies and gentlemen out there that are thinking about starting a business, thinking about having a business, we know that we have these stories to where people say, "Oh, I did it like this, and it was miraculous. It was great." Right? This is a good way for you to get it. The big conglomerates do it all the time. They have focus groups, they have all of this stuff. And
mhm,
basically, what T did was a focus group. She basically had them come in, gave them a product, right? And told them the only thing that you need to do is to post me or support me on social media and share and like and do all of that. But we're gonna be real for a moment. What was there any type of maybe this may not work? Maybe this may not happen. I am new here. What if this doesn't go over well? What do I do? So, well, I guess what I'm asking is, was there a plan B or was there a plan C to say, okay, well, if this doesn't work this way, then I'm gonna go this way because this is the business that you want to have, right?
correct.
Okay, gotcha.
And I listen to Steve Harvey morning show every morning, and that was funny. You said the plan B and the plan A. I'm 3 degrees, so
Right,
I was going. My plan was I was going to get here, take the bar, and maybe open up my own practice here and do that
right,
here. The work that I do now is that, but it's redundant, and I'm not passionate about it at all. It's a 9 to 5.
right.
I log in, has benefits, that's it.
Gotcha.
But I did get to a point where now I'm going to tell you for real, I didn't dwell in it. I didn't dwell in it long, but I did have that point where this was after the event, after people started reposting my food and people were calling trying to get things. I still did have the period where I don't know if this is going to work
Yeah.
because I don't have a commercial kitchen.
Hmm.
I can't deliver food. I thought about the different age groups of people. They're older people sometimes. I can't get to them. I'm not in
Hmm.
Baltimore, which is where the bulk of a lot of, people are here. And
Hmm.
I'm not in that city. And so I was like, how am I going to reach out there? I can't deliver. Um, and I'm like, so that was one location and just, but I didn't dwell in it long, to be honest with you. I didn't dwell in it long. It was maybe for a week or so. I would just kept thinking, what if this doesn't work? What is my back?
Right.
Because I don't want to keep working for someone else. Period. I don't want to keep working for. So, like on that note,
Okay.
mhm.
Look, like that's yeah.
But I didn't dwell in it. I kid you not. When I realized people wanted what I was putting out there, and the demand
Hmm.
was out there. The demand was out there before I even had a lot of the product, and so I dwelt on that, and I hit the floor running. So many people that even live here, friends that I've made here, they're saying, I've been doing this for years here. And
Right.
the level that you've reached in less than a year, it's like that takes years sometimes.
Yes.
And I was
Yeah.
like, it doesn't make me better than the next chef or the next person that's doing it. It was that I just didn't dwell in the what ifs. And I was listening to Steve Harvey as I was saying, and he said, when you have a plan B, you're automatically saying plan A won't work. And
Ah.
that hit me. And I said, okay, so screw the plan B. I'm hopping on plan A and I'm staying there. And I've been staying there.
See, and you know what's funny, T, is that sometimes um, people say, "Oh, well, that's kind of arrogant." You know what I mean? But if you leave room for doubt, you leave room for you to second guess yourself, then things like that will happen. But I also believe, and this is just me on my spiritual side, I believe when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe that that move you made, however scary it was, or however antsy you were about the move, once you got to where you were supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
what I said, supposed to be, then what it was that was for you could manifest itself.
Yes.
Because I mean, let's be honest. If it was for you to do it in Houston, you would have done it in Houston.
Yep.
So, I
Because
mean, you know what I mean?
said I was in Houston for 8 or 9 years. I've been cooking for 25 years. So that's another testament to that. If it was so, my business
Right.
was supposed to take off the way it did in Houston, I would still be in Houston.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it makes sense. And just another part of that, um, just to be as transparent as possible, I went through a divorce. So
Right.
the support that I'm receiving here from my significant other, and I mean, it's amazing. I mean, there are times where I don't want to get up, and he's like, babe, you got to get these orders, constantly reminding me, you're dope, you're
Yeah.
talented, baby, get up. A lot of people want these orders. Your food looks dope, and I'm not just saying that because you're my girl. The food is really really good. I mean, to go from 0 to 100, that kind of support, that makes you want to,
Man.
that pushes me every single day. There isn't a day, AP, since I've moved here where he doesn't say something that's very supportive, or not just sharing, telling people, my girl is a chef, my girl. And his family
Right.
supports me. My family does too, but my family's all in Louisiana and in Houston. It's only so much they can do. The people that I've met here, they'll get out. They were put gloves on their hands. They were cut up chicken wings. I mean, they get down.
Oh,
We're gonna get this out for you. And uh,
yeah.
I mean, I've met a lot of people here, and they have been so 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 support, and that's a push. That's a
Yeah.
push.
No, no, I was gonna say I think it's great because sometimes, you know, when we do um when we talk about having a business and doing a business, a lot of times we don't think about it's not just us. Even though it's our business, it's not us. It's those that are standing on the side of us, those that are lifting us up when we're down, when we don't want to get up, those that are saying, okay, look, I see your vision. I see your dream. I see what God has for you. So let me do what I need to do. But again, that goes right back to you were in the place you needed to be in order for it to manifest itself. Because
Yes,
not to say that you wouldn't have had it, right? But I
right.
hadn't seen, like when you moved and you started saying do and you started posting and you was like, I was like, what
So
happened?
said the same thing. I was like, well, T, wait, where was all of this when you were in Houston?
Exactly. Exactly. And then I
God
had
had
to
to
say to myself, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was just saying God had to put me where he wanted me to flourish.
Say
He had
that.
he had to put
Say
yeah.
that. That part right there. That I think is so great. And then not only that, right now during this COVID, right, it's a prime time for us to do whatever it is that we feel that we need to do, right? And a lot of times it's something that we are already good at,
Yeah.
cooking, that couldn't manifest itself in the position we were in over here. But by the time you moved over here, where
Hmm.
you're at now, that was ready for you. It was
Yeah.
waiting. All you had to do was step into it and be
That,
done with it. Because I'm still amazed. I'm a little mad that I wasn't there for the sampling, the sampler. However, I love that you took that initiative and said, you know what? I'm going to invite these people over, and the only thing I want you to do, and that's marketing. That's marketing 101. You know what I mean? Like how many times, T, where you go? T, where you go?
I'm here.
Your screen is black.
Uh, uh,
Well, I don't know. I mean, T, if you didn't want to talk to me, you could have told me that. You didn't have to.
but you can hear me, right?
I can hear you.
You can.
Yeah. So I tell you what. Let's do this. You go out. Okay. Now I think you probably need to reconnect.
Okay.
So go out and
Just
then come back in.
okay. So I just click the leave button, or
Yeah.
okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Look, anything can happen on a thought to ponder. Hey, Shantae. Hey, look, Shantae, don't be laughing at us. You know how we do. You know how we do. And I promise y'all, just because I'm drinking this drink, I did not cut her out of this video. I did not cut her out of this live. I just want y'all to know that. But she'll be right back. But look, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say this though. As she was talking about black business, right? It doesn't take much, but you got to have that dedication and that know-how. I think that was awesome for her to have a, for her to have a, for her to have a, yay, hey, hey. Look, here go. Shantae was laughing at us. Look, I'm gonna show you. Shantae was laughing at us because I'm talking about you black, like you scream.
It's
She
my
talking about I
worldwide
do.
matter
I love
screen.
you guys. Love you too, Shantae. We
I love
love you
you
too.
too. Nice to
So
meet
I was telling them that I said what's great is that you don't necessarily know the power that you hold until you actually step out there on faith and do it, right? Like who would have thought, and I'm saying this because it's somebody out there, right? Somebody out there, T, that's standing there waiting to make their next move and figuring that they're going to fail, right? That they're going to not make it. And you saying that you moved from Texas to Maryland,
you.
right?
Right.
And your business popped off. So there could be, I don't know who it's for, whoever this is right here, whoever
That's
that
a
is right there, huh?
that's a word for somebody.
Yeah. Like now is the time for you to make that move. Now is the time for you to go. Be smart about it, right? But
Yes.
don't be scared of the actual move. And if there's something that you've wanted to do, as you see, T didn't let COVID stop her, right?
Nope.
She basically went ahead and did what she had to do. So I'm just saying, from one business person to another business person, and to all of you listening and watching, sometimes you got to get up and step out on faith. Because if you don't, so let's go back, T. When after your divorce and you were getting ready to move, it was a big step, right?
Yes.
Who knew that you were going to make such a drastic move and go that far away, right?
Right.
But I want to say this though, and touch on it if you would for a moment. Wasn't it amazing how everything set up?
Oh my God. You're gonna make me jump in here. I kid you not. November 29th, I moved.
Yeah.
I didn't decide that I was going to move until August. So September, I told him this was a 3 month process.
Hmm.
And it's so funny. November 29th, I moved, packed up the truck, and my sister and her boyfriend came and drove. We drove 26 hours from Houston to Maryland.
Okay.
December 3rd, the house that I lived in sold. Somebody brought it. December 3rd. I moved November 29th.
Wow.
I was like, wow, that setup, just that setup by itself,
Come
that time.
on.
And I mean, like, wow, wow. I had all my stuff. I mean, and I didn't want the baggage. I kid you not. I personally didn't want the baggage. I came with my TV, my clothes, and that's it, and my car.
Okay.
I didn't want the
That's
baggage.
fine.
Yeah. So this was really, when I say brand new, new.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, I think sometimes we feel and y'all may think that I'm kind of like going back over this again, but I've met so many people that have said that they would have they would not have been where they are now if they had not stepped out on faith. Like you said you didn't want the baggage. So you just pretty much just left like you was like, okay, look, I'm done. I'm done. And it's no hard feelings, no bad feelings, no pun against the other person or the other thing or the other place. But it's what it was. So now that you're there and things are going, did you ever stop and say to yourself, okay, um, so what wasn't I doing before?
Trust me. I said that plenty times. I'm like, okay, so this is happening. And it's funny because, you sometimes I have to really pinch myself. I'm like, how was it that I stayed in that rut so long? I'm pinching myself now, like, okay, this still real? Is this still
Yeah.
happening? Hey, I'm still happening. I mean, my life has flipped right side up. I'm not gonna say upside down. My life flipped right side up.
Hmm.
And it makes sometimes I sit at home in my living room and I wonder, like, okay, what's gonna happen? Something, this feels too good. And you know
Right.
how it feels too good. Something's bad about to happen. And I don't like want to speak that, but I'm saying that to say where I come from, this is so good. It will make you think something's bad is going to happen, because there's no way this stuff should be lining up the way it is. You should be genuinely happy as you are. I'm like, how sad was I mean, that now I'm questioning the happiness. Like, that's how bad it was. When
Mm.
you question your happiness, and not that I don't want to question my own happiness. I'm just saying that to the point
Right.
of, you see where I came from. And now I'm not like that anymore. I'm not questioning. I'm enjoying it.
Right. And you
Oh,
should.
the happiness, the business. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Right.
I
And you
feel like
should.
I deserve it.
Indeed. And,
My,
and a lot of times, okay, look, a lot of times, sometimes people say, oh, well, I don't deserve this. And I'm thinking, but you work hard. So, so me and my other best friend, Franklin, have this saying all the time, right? Because sometimes we go through some retail therapy.
hmm
And so sometimes the retail therapy takes us quite a few hours and quite a few $100s. And so we always say to each other all the time, but you work hard, right? So
That's what we tell ourselves.
yes, you work hard and you deserve it. And I believe that all of what you went through, or all of what you experienced, right, at the time was for you to reap the benefits now. It's you hardly ever get um you hardly ever reap what you sow right then and there. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Normally it's down the road. It's down the road. And I was just so happy. I was like, oh, look at my friend. This is so good. This is
Yeah.
so good. It's one thing when you're on the outside looking in, but it's another thing when you see somebody going through the motions, struggling, trying to do, and it's just not working. And then you see them move, and then it works out, and you're like, dang it. I should have told her a long time ago. No, just kidding. Like, you moving? Like, hurry up, hurry up. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's so funny. It's visible now. It's visible. The happiness, the glow. I mean, people are literally just my friends are just randomly inboxing me saying, "I'm so happy for you. You're
Right.
tell you're happy." And I never got that before. Like I
Yeah.
didn't have that, tell me that before. And I'm like, man, like, okay. I'm like, this was so much needed. It was so much needed. And
Right.
retail therapy, my Amazon therapy, I will I have everything in the cart, and then to hype myself up to click submit. I'm like, you know what? You worked hard this week. I answered 10 emails.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and click on that. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that button. And
That
that's pretty much life for me now. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that submit button. You know what? I worked hard. I deserve this.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna go
I'm
ahead and
telling you, that's what
yeah.
it is for me. That's what it is for me.
Yep.
I'm telling you. So let me ask you this. What do you see, or where do you see yourself in the future?
So my goal now is to have commercial space.
Mm.
So I
'Cause you
already
want
have.
that kitchen. You want that kitchen.
Yes, I want that kitchen. I need that. It's funny when people see my food, they automatically think I own an establishment. I really have people
Right.
calling asking me what time I close, and I tell them I work from home. So
Right.
technically, I'm not open because I'm working from home, but they'll see the pictures and the quality of the food, and they're like, "This looks like it came from a very high end restaurant. Like if you wouldn't have said that you make this at home, we wouldn't have known you make this type of food at home." So
Mhm.
goal is ultimately, I would say before the end of 2021, to have some commercial space and open up my own small cafe. I have the name of my cafe that I won't reveal it yet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't do that.
I do have the name, and I'm starting to look at spaces for it. So my goal is 2022 to have that establishment, so you guys can take a trip and come on up to my spot,
Come on up to the spot.
to the
Come
spot.
on up and see me sometime.
Yeah, that's I'm still holding down my corporate job too, and so I'm
Mhm.
be able to let that go and save up enough capital front where I can front my own capital. I don't have to worry about a small business loan or anything. I want it to be all me. So however long that takes, that's what I want. I want that to be.
Indeed, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, so this right here is what we're talking about. Let me just show you a little something. Yeah. Yes, that part right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, so I wanted to bring T on to highlight her business. We're highlighting Black businesses. And sometimes people say, oh, well, it's the big businesses that you need to highlight. But I believe that we need to highlight our grassroots, our mom and pop shops, those people that are doing it out here, but may not get the fanfare, may not get the, applause or things like that, or may have to move to a whole nother state or city to just be good. Just be good. So, so tell everybody T where they can find you. She's not leaving just yet, but tell everybody where they can find you, social media, and then also too, if they want to, if they're in the Maryland area or vicinity, how to go
Yeah.
ahead and order from you.
So my Facebook is common sense underscore cooking. spelled common sense underscore cooking. And my Instagram is at common sense I'm sorry, yes, underscore cafe. So Instagram is common sense underscore cafe, and my Facebook is common sense underscore cooking.
Okay.
And for all of those who are listening in Maryland, I am in Jessup, Maryland. It's about 45 minutes south of Baltimore, close to Columbia, Maryland, and you can find me there.
Okay, doke. So that's it. Common sense underscore cooking on Facebook. And then you said common sense.
Underscore cafe on Instagram.
Okay, gotcha.
Hmm?
All right, now hold on, hold on. Let's make sure that we didn't clear out the business side.
Well, I do the business side. Okay. Well, I did have a point I wanted to bring up to you. So
Okay.
flip it a little bit so I can get your feedback on this and possibly
All
the
right.
audience feedback.
Yes,
As
indeed. Should I take a
so,
sip first?
go ahead, because I'm going to do the same thing. What is that you have? Because it's really pretty.
So I have a pina colada, Dakra, some strawberries, and a little
Strawberries.
bit of orange juice to top it off.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
judge me. Don't judge me.
Looking over there. I am not judging you. And I have the staple. And a lot of women like this staple.
Come on, Stella. Come on, Stella.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love see.
I
I
believe
love
this
Stella Rose. I love the
is the wine that you
strawberry.
put water into.
Mm.
This is it right here. It's Jesus
I'm gonna have
work.
to check it out. Somebody else told me about that. Somebody else told me about that.
Really
All
good.
right.
It's
All right. So I'm ready.
okay. So, and this is for feedback, and this is a great conversation. So, this was brought to my attention um, by someone who actually came and got some food and purchased some food for me.
Uh-huh.
That I don't want to say that I'm supporting Black business. It's like I'm choosing to purchase from you because I like your food. And I was like, And I was like, so what makes you say that? He said, because when we have this thing, and this is coming from him,
Okay.
have this thing about support. When we say support, it automatically feels like a charity. Like we have to do that. And so he said, I'm choosing to purchase fruit from you. It's not that I'm supporting you because you need it. I'm just choosing to purchase from you. And it made me think. And it made me think to the point where when everyone purchases from me, they do repost me and they say supporting Black businesses. And I see that a lot, you know,
Yeah.
especially in the wake of what happened to George Floyd and the Black Lives Matter movement and everything. Um, every time I see a repost that someone has purchased or bought from a Black business, they say supporting Black business, supporting Black business, supporting Black business. And so it made me think, when is it going to be a normal thing to purchase from Black businesses without everyone letting you know that they're supporting Black businesses? Because I brought this point up. When we purchase Michael Kors bags, Michael Kors purses, we don't say supporting Michael Kors when we do that. So it's like, because those businesses are so big and they're so normal now, we don't
Hmm.
have to say that we're supporting Black business when we make those purchases. Louis Vuitton, whatever it is, Polo, we
Right.
never say supporting Polo on our
Right.
our purses. We never say supporting Michael Kors, but when we purchase Black, we say supporting Black businesses. And
Hmm.
so that's, I wanted to get your feedback on that. What do you think? Why is it you think that it has to be all over, that we have to make it known that we're supporting Black business? Not that I'm against it, but
Right.
when has it become a normal thing where we don't have to say it, because we don't say that we don't post and flag and tag Louis Vuitton where we support Louis Vuitton today. We
Hmm.
supported Michael Kors today. We supported Gucci today. But if you purchase from a Black boutique, support Black businesses, support Black businesses. So I mean, or is it to? Do you think that it's because these businesses are not big enough to be normalized yet, and that is why we constantly have to say that we're supporting them?
Okay, so three things,
Okay,
right? Let me ask one question first. Was this person non-black?
no, they're black.
Okay, they're black. Okay, so here's here's where I think that we have to really understand the importance of supporting black business. What you just said makes sense. These businesses are not big enough. They're not in every home. They're not on the lips of everyone, and so sometimes they get overlooked. Right? Um, Michael Kors, Louis Vuitton. You might not say you support them, but you when you wear that bag, when you wear those shoes, do you not try to make sure that LV is showing?
And I
Do
don't
you
own
not
it.
try to make sure that that MK?
We are putting it on our mask now.
So here's my thing to that person, right? To that person, because I'm not speaking to you because I know you understand what it is for a black business, right? Um, when people would buy from me, as you have bought from me, photos, pictures, things like that, canvases, and you said you were supporting me, right? That's supporting the black business because I don't have the Michael Kors army behind me to push my business. You know what I mean? So it's a beacon to say, hey, I'm supporting black business. So I'm supporting Common Sense Cooking because it's a black business, not because I wouldn't support a white business. But right now, in the light of George Floyd, in the light of Breonna Taylor, in the light, because you mentioned her when you first came on, in the light of police brutality, in the light of Black Lives Matter, all of this is important right now. Now, there will be a time where you won't have to announce that it's a black business, but our mom and pop shops, I think it's a great thing for you to support and have a network of people to support black businesses. And I'm constantly saying I support black business. This is a black business because a lot of times you don't know this person or this business even exists,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so when I contacted you, not saying that you didn't exist, but when I contacted you, there's somebody out there that didn't know about tea and common sense cooking,
Right.
right? So I'm saying, and my main thing was black business. Not that I'm not going to support any Caucasian business or any Latino business or anything like that, but I think right now it is so important for us to highlight our own people because we have been stepped over, we have been pushed to the side, we don't get the money that the other businesses get. 9 times out of 10, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of going down my little
Go ahead. Go
my
ahead.
little spiel. 9 times out of 10, these businesses are in the hood, right? And so most people don't come to the hood. I mean, I'm being honest.
Yeah, they
You know
don't.
what I'm saying? They don't come to the hood. So they will never know what common sense cooking is because they don't come to the hood, right? I'm using you as an example, but
Right.
you understand what I'm saying. So
Yes.
when you have those chains like McDonald's and Burger King and so forth and so on, they are worldwide. They don't need the support that we say for black business
Mm-hmm.
because they're going to get theirs.
Right.
But that mom and pop shop, that Mickey's, that Mama's Oven, that um, this is it.
Right.
All of these other businesses, right, that are out there, Alfreda's and
Mm-hmm.
how many ever more they're out there, they don't get the same push that we get. And 9 times out of 10, and this is what I'm gonna say on that T, 9 times out of 10, it's word of mouth. There is no commercials, there is no signs up, there is no billboard saying, oh, come to Common Sense Cooking. It's
But
word of mouth.
there will be. But
Yeah.
not,
But right now, you just starting out, there is no fanfare.
right.
Your business has grown and thrived off of what? word of mouth, because somebody said support black business. Oh, T is catering, T is cooking, T is a black business. Now, what's gonna go out? Boom, 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 boom. Everybody gonna say, "Oh, go to T. She's in the Maryland area, and she's a black business." So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, right?
Right.
I do believe that we as black people have to take a step back and understand the importance of us stating that it's a black business, because a lot of times you don't have the commercials, a lot
Right.
of times you don't have the thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, you don't have that. So when I started talking about supporting black businesses, I wanted to give a support my own black business, right? However, I wanted to support other people because I was thinking, T, in our circle alone,
Right.
we got entrepreneurs, we got people that do it all day long every day and don't get the fanfare.
We have a doctor. Hello.
A lot of times we don't even know, right?
Hmm.
Now, a lot of times we don't even know. So it's crazy that we have this going on. So I want to go back and I want to say this really quickly to that person. I don't know if they're watching, I don't know if they're going to watch or whatever have you. We cannot negate the fact how important it is for us to word of mouth black business. And I'm going to tell you like this, T, and I'm going to tell that person and anybody else, hell, run it into the ground. Say it till you can't say it no more. You know what I'm saying? Yell it from the rooftops, act a fool with it,
Hmm.
because we gotta support our people. Like, it makes no sense for you to be a mom and pop shop, right? Been around for 30 years and you still a mom and pop shop. But everybody comes to you because of word of mouth,
Right.
right? Everybody comes to you. You could be able to do a franchise. You could be able to go forward. I remember when This Is It first came about, right?
Hmm.
Nobody knew about This Is It. But then the word of mouth was like rolling. Then This Is It was in the movie Jason's Lyric. And
Hmm.
after that,
It took
This
off.
Is It just blew. But This Is It had that word of mouth, being a black business, being good when it was over off for gray before it moved. They already had the fanfare. So when the movie came, they
Hmm.
highlighted them in the movie because of the fanfare. Like, they great food. So I said all that to say this, is that there will come a time when it won't be, right? But
Right.
right now, in this 2020 and in this COVID-19, I am going to yell and scream black business till I'm blue in the face,
Right.
which that doesn't really work for me because I'm black. So, but you know what I mean. I'm
Right.
but you know what I mean? So, and that's why I like doing these interviews with starter businesses, with new businesses, with black businesses like yourself, to say, hey, y'all, look, like our circle is full of, like you said, we have a doctor,
Hmm.
right? So you think about that. We have a doctor, we have people with master's degrees, and we have people who are doing businesses that are CEOs and
Right.
all this stuff, and we don't give them that fanfare. But if the CEO of McDonald's showed up, we praising them.
Right.
So that's the reason I say that, with that. And that, really and truly, that's a great question, because a lot of
Yeah.
people say all the time that it's all about black business. No, 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 no. But right now, our black businesses are suffering, especially during this COVID,
Right.
especially during this COVID. So, yes, I'm gonna scream it. Oh, I'm gonna
But one
yell it.
add to that, we have to keep that same energy. Like,
Yes,
because we are so, our attention span is the next big thing we'll forget real quick. And that's how we are. And so we have to keep that same energy. You can't
yes.
say support 2022. I'm gonna still need that support.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. Y'all gonna get tired of me. Because I'm when I tell you that I'm constantly going in black businesses, even if even not constantly going in like like, but I'm constantly you'll see me look at my page, look at my thought to ponder page. I'm going live. I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you what's going on like that because I think that we actually need that. Like our black businesses around here, especially in the hood, have been closing down.
Right.
But we will travel out of the hood to these conglomerates and spend our money over there and leave our own people.
Oh,
That part.
that
That part.
that part. Let me tell you, because my boyfriend is a fashion designer. He designs clothes and he's amazing at it.
Mhm.
And I mean, down to the quality of the clothes that you put in your back. And
Right.
he will design a hat, and people will ask him, why is it $50 for that hat? We'll go to Polo and pay $90 for that hat. Okay, so I need, where's the balance? And though, but you're yelling support black businesses. Some of these people are yelling support black businesses, but you don't want to pay $40 for a hat because you don't know Black Nia Lauren, which is the brand that I'm putting out there, but you will pay for Polo, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
won't go there and ask. You won't go into there and ask anybody what's the price. What's the price for this? You're so intuitive about the pricing from a black owned, a startup. Let's say a startup business, but you won't go in the store. There are no. Some of these stores don't even have price tags, but you don't care. You,
Right. Right. Right.
that's what it is. And
Exactly.
and why, I don't know why we are like that. Like, I just don't understand why we're like that. But I need us to keep that same energy, not just keep that same energy for 2022 and 2023, 2024. Keep that
Mhm.
energy for all your sisters and brothers out there who are starting up businesses. It's not just
Right.
on, you're going to keep that energy. How wide
Give me one sec, but keep
are you
talking.
going to
Keep
keep
talking.
that
Give me one
energy
sec.
too?
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Okay. So that's basically what I wanted to say about that, and keeping that same energy, because our attention spans, like I said, are short. And 2025 right now, if we don't keep saying justice for Breonna Taylor, that's died down. You know why it's died down? Because now we have videos coming out. We have so many things to turn our attention from what's going on, and we're forgetting about her. We're forgetting about the George Floyd. We're forgetting, because that's how we are. We forget about things so fast. And in the light of supporting all these black businesses, keep saying our name. Like, keep saying their names, keep saying our names in the realm of supporting businesses, keep saying our names too. It's like you keep saying, everyone who's the police brutality, justice for Breonna, justice for George, keep saying their names. But in the realm of talking black businesses, keep saying those black businesses' names as well. Keep saying common sense. Keep
Hmm.
thoughts to ponder. Keep that energy all the time. Just keep that energy until we get to the point where, like you said, common sense is big enough. No one has to say they're at common sense and put it out
Right.
there. That no one has to say anything, because they'll know we're out there, and they'll know. And that support comes from us. That support comes from us, and that's why I say it's important to keep that same energy, keep this going. It's going
Right.
great. To be it's I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing.
Right.
I love the way the world looks right now. Mind you, some people acting like black folks just came out. A new pair of shoes or something came
Oh,
out, but we've been out here.
peekaboo. Like
But we've
we've been here, bro. Like
uh
we've been here.
yeah, we in your face more
Right.
than ever were before. But stay in the face. We want to
Yeah.
stay in the face with this. And
Yeah.
for police, with everything that's going on, we want to stay in your face for that. But we have to stay in each other's face about it too, as well. Before we can even go out, we have to stay in each other's face about it.
Yeah.
We're known to be crabs in a bucket. I hate it, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
It's true. But I have to say, on a positive note, I love what I'm seeing right now. It's amazing
Mhm.
that I'm seeing right now. So much money is being circulated in the Black community, and I love it. I just want us to keep
Right,
that, 10 years from now, keep that.
right.
Build empires for our children and our grandchildren, because that's what Walmart did. That's what Target did. That's what Amazon's doing.
Come on.
And
So I think what's crazy is that I want to go back to a little something you said earlier, and I have to agree with having a business and um, charging what you're worth, right? You always have people wanting to get a discount from you, like you said before, but they'll go and buy that Michael Kors, they'll go and buy that Coach bag, because I know I love a good Coach bag, but they'll go and buy that Coach bag. But I didn't understand the importance of you charging what you're worth, right?
yeah,
Because we being a Black business, we always want to give a discount because we are afraid that nobody will buy from us,
right.
afraid that nobody will purchase our product. Charge what you are worth. This is something that I had to take heed on because I'm telling you, T, I was charging this and that. If I knew you, I gave you a discount. If I thought that I was going to be late, I gave you a larger discount. If I thought, here's my thing, you have a product and it costs money to make that product.
Whew.
For you to give away your product at 50% off when you paid 150% to make the product, that's not it. Like you said, he can make a hat and the hat sell for $50, but you can go right over here and buy a blank hat, no logo, no nothing, for $25, $30 at lids.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't want to pay for that. Here's my thing. Whenever I purchase, I ask you what your business is, what's going on. I go on and I purchase it. A lot of times people will say, no, well, you've done, this for me. But I was thinking to myself, like, I know you have a business. And so I had to get that in my mindset.
Yes, and it
So
costs money
yeah,
to buy food. Let me tell you, it costs money to buy food. So yeah, I had that when I thought it's like, and what I'll do is I'll actually check out high end restaurant prices. I will go to a place and check out their prices to see what's the average cost for what I'm making and what
hmm,
it as, you know, because I know how much it costs me to make everything, and I know I'm talented. I know I can cook, and
right.
so I'm in that I'm at that point now where I'm going to charge what I'm worth. It takes time to
Yep.
prepare foods, and I don't have the storage. I don't have the big space as I want to. So, I mean, but I don't care. It can be one plate. I'm going to put my heart and soul into that one plate, and you're
And
going
you
to
should.
pay for it.
And you should.
And
And then you should charge accordingly for that
yes,
one.
and what I
Because here,
now is
here's
that the friends that I've made here, they won't
mhm,
even allow me to do a discount. They will straight up tell me, charge me what you would, don't charge me as I'm your
yeah,
charge. And I respect that, because if I had to do this somewhere else, I could easily see that a lot of people that I knew grew up with, they would really say, why is that? Why is you charge? Why is it $15 for this plate? Give me
yeah.
$10. And it's like, but here they'll tell me, I have people surround, there's like, don't sell yourself short.
Don't
Don't.
do it.
I have a friend now that I booked a wedding with, and she told me, she said, when he proposed and we started planning our wedding, I knew I wanted you to cook and cater my wedding. And when we discussed the food, the menu, the price, she said, I'm gonna tell you right now, do not look at me as a friend. Charge me as if I was a stranger, saying
Business.
you to do that. I respected her so much for doing.
Yeah,
She didn't hit me with the, now I'm your friend. And I
yeah.
don't discount. She didn't hit me with that. She hit me with, charge me as if I'm a stranger. Your normal price. Don't give me no discount. Nothing, because I'm your friend. This is a business, and I'm treating you as if I was going into any other business establishment saying, this is my menu. how much it is. This is how much. This is what I'm working with. What's your price?
Right, right.
So much, and that helps. That really helps, because sometimes we'll do that. We'll give discounts because
Yeah.
we're scared no one's going to purchase from us. But God creates a market for you, for for everybody. And I
Mm.
always tell my boyfriend the same thing: don't worry about other designers. What if Caesar's Palace didn't open? And what if Caesar's Palace didn't open in Vegas because Bellagio opened their hotel? Now
Okay.
all those hotels are packed. That's why I said God is going to create a market for you.
Right.
Perhaps Mac wouldn't have opened up if because they saw cover girls wearing makeup. Mac stays
Hmm.
packed, cover girl stays packed. That's how I said God is going to create a market for you. I know me at this point, I'm charging you what I know I'm worth.
Yes. Yes. And I
And,
think sometimes we don't
and
truly. Oh, oh, sorry.
yeah, and I was saying I'm not apologetic about it. And I'm not changing my prices. This is what it is. If you don't want to pay for it, somebody's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that
And
that's my attitude now with it.
right. And the other part is when your product is good, your product is good. People will pay for a good product. I told somebody the other day, I will travel for good customer service.
Yes.
I'm not in the business of that. I will travel, and I think it's a good thing. But I think what she did with her wedding and planning it was good for her to tell you, hey, don't do this because you're going to sell yourself short. And what you're going to do all of this work and be tired as all get out, and you're going to get peanuts
Yes.
doing all of that. And who is that really helping? Who
Right.
is really helping? Now, I'm not saying don't give a discount every now and then because you want to give one. You want to
Right.
say thank you for being a patron of my facility or my job or whatever have you. But that's not all the time. So one thing that I want to say before we get out of here, T, I love this. I'm going to have you back on
Yes.
another time, and so we can talk about some things.
Yes.
Maybe toward the end of the year, we'll see how common sense cooking is growing and moving and
Yeah.
doing all of that. But
Yeah.
I want to say to those business owners out there, stop selling yourself short. Charge what you are worth. Know what the market is and know what's going on, right? If you have a business, right, know what it takes to complete. So if, like T said, him making a hat, how much does it cost to make that hat? And here's the thing: if you are constantly making something and you're only breaking even, then
Hmm.
you shouldn't be in business. You shouldn't be in business because you literally are not making anything on that. The whole point of having a business is to do what you love, number one, but number two, make a profit. How can I stay in business if I'm only breaking even?
And let me just share this. Let me just share this before we get out of here. Remember, I told you I had to taste and tell,
Yeah,
where I didn't. I had people come and I didn't charge them for that. Like I told you, it was free. All they had to do was advertise my business,
right.
repost, tweet, free. AP. When they left, I had $400 in my account from their donations. I didn't charge them to come. God will work things out.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking for the my all I wanted was to expose me, get my name out there. $400. And let me tell you this really short. One girl, she gave me $20 in my hand. She was here. She was leaving. She said, "This is just a tip for for what you did.
Yeah.
We had fun. We enjoyed it. We love how you transform your living room." $20. I thanked them and they left. I woke up the next morning. I opened up my account. There's $100 in there from the same girl. She said she woke up the next morning and realized $20 wasn't enough for the food, the type of food, and how much she enjoyed the food. She
Hmm.
sent $8 more. And I mean, just
Well,
these are things that God
yeah.
allows. I didn't go in it as a hunger game. I just
Yeah.
want to get my name out there. And that's the type of things that happen. So, I just wanted to put that out there, is that I didn't look for it, and it came, and it fell in my lap. But,
Yeah.
I still want everyone to, if you don't take any if you take anything from this, please take the leap of faith. You have to take that leap of faith. If I didn't take it, there would be no interview tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what, T, I think sometimes, and we'll close out with this, but I think sometimes you have to understand that the universe will make room for your blessings. Like you didn't go into it expecting money back, but the universe had already set you up to receive money, right? Because people are going to know that you're genuine. They're going to know that your business is what it is. I remember going to um, a photo shoot, and I remember feeling so ugh because the photo shoot was not good. It was not great. I was in positions that I shouldn't have been in. I was in some back alley somewhere. I was just it. It was horrible. It was horrible, right? So I left that night. I did the photos. The people contacted me and asking me for the photos. I did it on Saturday. They were asking me for the photos on Monday. How am I going to edit all these photos and upload them and do? So anyways, I didn't hoop, I didn't holler. I went ahead and done it because it was a referral from somebody else. Word of mouth. So word of mouth. So I said, okay, no problem. I went ahead and did it. And the same thing that happened with you happened with me. They told me after I sent the pictures over, I didn't hear nothing from them, right? And then one day my Cash App dings, and they said they really wanted to thank me for doing that, getting down on my knees, trying to get the right angle. And the pictures came out really, really well. And so then they said, okay, well, are you going to put them on your site? If you put them on your site, then we're going to go and buy. Now they gave me $250 outside of what I charged them. And then they went on and bought canvases and t-shirts and all of this kind of stuff. And so I was saying to myself, like you said, I didn't ask for that. But what they said was they understood what was needed for me to complete or to do my job. So with that being said, they wanted to bless me in that way. And a part of me at one point, T, was like, no, you don't have to do that. Don't do that. And then I could hear in the back of my mind the song, Don't Block Your Blessings.
That's right.
Okay. Do not block your blessings. So I think sometimes we got to do that. But I said all that to say this. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you for making the move all the way to where you're at and actually, living and thriving and making it happen. So only thing I can say to you is kudos. Thank you for accepting the interview invite. I appreciate that.
I have fun.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. I want to see what comes next.
Yes.
I want to see what's going on. I'm gonna be up to visit. I'm gonna be up to visit, and then I'm gonna be looking for my entree and and stuff like that. And I'm gonna do what she did. I'm gonna slip you a 20, but you got to add me in an extra wing. That's what's gonna happen.
Hennessy wings a signature. That's my signature. The Hennessy wing. I got you. I got you.
All right, lady. Well, I love you. Take care. Be blessed. And thank you for coming on. Hold on for a second. I'm going to take us out, but hold on for a moment. Everybody, you all go and check T out. She is Common Sense _Cafe on Instagram and Common Sense _Cooking on Facebook. Go and check her out. And if you're in the Maryland area, y'all go check her out. Go check her out. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you check her out. Make sure you support Black businesses and keep saying Black businesses until the time comes. Hold on, T. Hashtag T2P, come and take a sip of the thought with me.